Exactly. Okay, good afternoon, friends. I'm here for unemployment, like I promised you. I promised to be sending several videos. Today, I want to take us through unemployment. Okay, I looked at national income, and yeah, I finished national income. I sent, I recorded and sent a video on the problems encountered while measuring national income, and then the purpose for measuring national income. Let's now go through unemployment, which I will follow with inflation. Okay? So, unemployment, I think it's not a new term to any of us. I think it's not new to any of us. You've read about it. If you've not read about it, unless you've first interfaced with a person who is unemployed, either in your community, at home, yeah, yeah, society, home, it could be an uncle, a father, a friend, or someone you know. Yeah, so whatever we're going to talk about is not new. Um, it's a practical phenomenon. Actually, it's one of the most important problems we have uh, in macroeconomics. It ranks very high among the problems we have. Unemployment, because without unemployment, several things happen. Some people even kill themselves. Yeah, and the economy won't function in the best way if we have some people unemployed. So we're going to try and understand what unemployment is all about, the types of unemployment, and then just to introduce you to unemployment. As we know at the university, you read more. Yeah. So unemployment takes place when people have no jobs and they are willing and seeking for work. You know, I guess you've ever found such kind of a person who always tell you, I want to work, I want to work. You know, they try to look out for jobs, but they can't get jobs. These are the unemployed people we're talking about. Okay? You're waiting and seeking for work, but you can't find work. Find them in the community. There are very many. I think I've never been unemployed. I guess, I think at one point in life I've also ever been unemployed. Yeah, so we're going to look at the different types of unemployment, and we'll see that most people have ever been unemployed at one point in time. Okay? Um, So this unemployment happens in situations where the economy is doing well and when it's not doing well. That's how serious it is. When the economy is performing very well, there'll be unemployment, and even when it's doing bad enough, you still have unemployment. Okay. So unemployment rate, the rate of unemployment, we can get it using that formula: the number of unemployed over the labor force. We're going to try and define these key terms. Okay, the number of unemployed, those who are willing and able to work, are then divided by the number of labor force. We're going to look at these in details. So these are some of the key terms we need to understand when we talk about unemployment. Employed. Okay, and we are saying this category includes paid employees, both full-time and part-time. People who worked in their own business and those who were temporarily absent from work because of illness. All those are counted as employed. You're working in your business, you have your business, you're making chapatis, you're selling foodstuffs or anything. Yeah? Some sell other things. You're employed. Okay, and actually, under those who are employed, we even count those who are temporarily absent from work because of illness, vacation, maternity leave. We count them to be employed. And then unemployed, this the category which include people who were not employed, available for work, and had tried to find a job within the previous 4 weeks, as well as those who were temporarily laid off and waiting to be recalled. All these follow under unemployed. Okay? Yeah. There's that element of previously having looked out for a job. Okay, there are some people who don't have work but they don't want to work. We'll see. Are they part of those who are unemployed or not? We'll look at that. Okay? And then we have the third section, not in the labor force. They're saying this category includes everyone else, students, homemakers, retired people. Those are not in the labor. You students, you're not in the labor force. We don't count you. So when you're counting for those who are unemployed, we don't include you. We don't include retired people. And those who exceeded some age, which age varies from one country to the other. So now the labor force refers to the total number of workers, both employed and unemployed. That's the labor force. Those who are employed and those who are not employed make up the labor force. So now let me just take us back to our formula. We said if you want to get unemployed rate, we're going to get those who are employed divided by the labor force. And we said the labor force is made up of those who are employed and those who are not employed. So if you want to get our rate of Uganda's rate of unemployment, we get those who are employed, those who are unemployed, divided by the unemployed plus the employed, is 100. Okay. Yeah, so this is the formula for labor force. Number of unemployed, number of unemployed plus the number of employed, unemployed, and number of unemployed plus number of employed. Okay. It's number of employed. I'm trying to edit here. Number of employed plus number of unemployed. Number of employed. Okay, that's it. Alright, let's move on. Let's look at some of the types of unemployment. Some of the types of unemployment. There are several types of unemployment, and these vary at times. When you read several books, you will see people categorizing unemployment in several ways, but these are some of the key types of unemployment. We have the casual and seasonal unemployment, frictional unemployment, structural unemployment, cyclical unemployment. We are going to briefly run through each of these. Okay? We'll start with the casual and seasonal unemployment. And there are some people who work casually. Okay, so casual unemployment refers to that situation in which an employee is only guaranteed work when it's needed, and there is no expectation that there will be more work in the future. Like those are the casual workers. Yeah, we all hear about. And today we call it share. I get a check. Today you invite me maybe to do some cleaning and so on, but I'm not too sure whether I will have it tomorrow. Yeah. Those are the casual workers. I don't have a contract with the company. They call you, when you come, we have something here. After finishing it, you're not even too sure whether you will have it tomorrow. Then you have seasonal. And this often occurs in agriculture, hotel, restaurant, and so on. Yeah. Whereby you work, you're unemployed in certain periods and employed, in some seasons, and some seasons you're unemployed. Then we have frictional unemployment. Okay. Yeah, so frictional is a healthy form of unemployment. Okay, it's one type of unemployment which is somehow desirable for the economy. Okay, it's good for the economy. Yeah, this occurs when a person or when a worker is moving from one job to the other. Okay, so it occurs when workers are jobless and looking for work in a healthy economy. It doesn't matter if they leave voluntarily or are fired. Others may be returning to the workforce. Frictional unemployment is short-term and natural part of the job search. We talk about job search, and we're saying this form of unemployment is good for the economy. It allows workers to move to jobs where they can be more productive. Okay, today I'm teaching at the university. Yeah, tomorrow I decide to leave my work and look out for another job. Or tomorrow they fire me. Okay, that period I take while moving from one job to the other is what we call frictional unemployment. And we are saying this kind is good for the economy because I may leave this CEO and I get a better job, or I go somewhere where I'm more productive. You leave this CEO, You may find that I will be more productive in the UN, while working for the UN. So when I leave UCU to the United Nations, that period I take while moving from UCU to UN is what we call frictional unemployment. So it's good because I may go somewhere where I'm more productive. You may find here I'm not too productive, and then I go somewhere more productive. Okay. Then we have I repeat this frictional. Then we have job search. We talked about job search somewhere, and frictional unemployment. So job search. We're saying this is the process by which workers find appropriate job given their tastes and skill. That some people who are lucky enough that they uh, put their tastes and preference while looking out for jobs. And there's sometimes whereby you have a chance and opportunity to decide and say, I can't teach. You have to say I can't teach. Meaning, let me look out for a job which suits what I my tastes. Okay. So this process of job search explains why there is always some friction or unemployment. You are looking out for better jobs. You're looking out for jobs. Okay. And we've said here we put tests and skills in consideration. Okay. You need a job where your skills can be put to use or where you have the necessary skills. Okay. You don't be like alright. Structural unemployment. We are saying this is a type of unemployment caused by the discrepancy between the skills possessed by the employed population and the jobs available in the market. At times there are jobs, but we don't have the necessary skills. That's why you can see a job advert and you look at it. They say we need a person who is good at project planning, who has the skills of, who has quantitative skills, who has such and such skills. And when you look at it, you're like, wow, I wish I had these skills. Yes, so the skills the people possessing the population differs from the skills required for the job. And we are saying this can be long lasting. Can be long lasting as due to the fact that time is caused by the fundamental changes in the economy. So there's some labor which are mobile, meaning you can't transfer or you can't move from one job or one industry to the other, whereby the skills you have are fixed to a particular kind of job. You can only teach. Meaning, if you fail to find a job of teaching, you will always be unemployed. You can only teach. You can only do a particular kind of work. For the skills you have can only permit you to do that. Can only permit you to do. Then we have the cyclical unemployment. This occurs a lot when the economy is not at its best. When the economy is not working well. So we are saying external and internal factors like war, strikes, population change, political floods, etc. cause this kind. The key issue is with the cyclical. It happens when the economy is in recession. Okay? And it's this has been always a serious problem, mainly before the Second World War. Yeah. The economies were not doing well. Because like if such things are in place, you can't work. Political disturbance, we are having strikes, population changes in consumption patterns, investment, interesting. Yeah, so what we should take out is with the cyclical unemployment, it occurs when the economy is in recession. And these are some of the causes of unemployment. Some of the causes of unemployment. Why a person will be willing and able to work but can't find work. Inflation we talk about inflation in our next lecture. We're talking about inflation, that persistent increase in the general price levels. It causes unemployment. Yeah, it causes unemployment. Why? Because of inflation. When things go up, some people, one, it becomes hard to start up investments which would enable people to be employed, and others are chased from work. Yeah, as um, becomes more expensive now for employers. Okay, we have disability. Some people are not employed because of disability. Yeah, a person doesn't have hands, but the jobs which are available require using hands, so you end up being unemployed. And then talk about recessions, where the economy is doing badly, and the production is poor, everything, you know. Then we have rapid changes in technology. Yeah, technology. Yeah, when technology improves, it becomes a problem at times, whereby machines will replace labor. Yeah, you find a machine teaching. It will mean that when you'll be unemployed the following day. Yeah, it's a machine which is teaching. Okay. And then attitudes towards employers. Some people have negative attitude. You say you find the jobs are available, the employer is a lady. And for you, you say, me, I can't be employed by a lady. So you end up being unemployed. The employer is personal from a tribe you don't like. You say, I can't be employed by such kind of a person. Yeah. Sometimes you have negative attitudes towards employers. And because of that, you end up, you know, perceptions of employees, um, employee values, etc. So you can keep on looking, searching out for jobs, and you're willing to work, but you fail to get work because of your values. You know, you say, me, I'm a Christian, I can't work in Nairobi breweries. Yeah, but the job, the available job is Nairobi breweries. They want a tester. Yeah. Or they want a person who is going to count those beers, and you say, you're like, no, I can't count. Yeah. The available job is to work in a bar tenant, or a bouncer at a bar. You know, you're a born again Christian, you can't be a bouncer at a bar. Your values let you down. Then there are those discriminating factors whereby at the workplace, some people discriminate. Yeah. There are some workplaces you find whereby all workers are from one part of the country. Let's say all workers are from Buganda. Yeah. So I'm in Buganda. If I use Buganda, I'm talking about, you know, I want to offend anyone. You find from the cleaner, the top manager of Buganda, you know, race or age, you find they employ only older people. Yeah, if you're a youth, they tell you to wait a bit, first to grow a bit, then you come and you'll be employed. Yeah, so there are several other causes of unemployment. And there are several other causes of unemployment. Yeah, please you can go and read about voluntary unemployment. The difference between voluntary and involuntary. Yeah, voluntary unemployment where you choose to be unemployed. You know what causes voluntary unemployment. Yeah, so you can read about the difference between voluntary and involuntary unemployment. Cost of unemployment. Yeah, cost unemployment you said is a problem, meaning it comes with several negative things. Yeah, so what are the costs of unemployment? Yeah, so there are many social and psychological costs of unemployment, ranging from poverty to depression. Yeah, but this can't be quantified. Yeah, this can't be quantified. So from an economic point of view, the main cost of unemployment is the cost of output and hence lost the consumption. So here the costs, since most of those other psychological social costs can't be quantified, the cost here I put the one which we can quantify. And we look at it in terms of what is lost in the production. What can be produced because some people are unemployed. Remember, if there is a lost output, then there is a lost consumption. And there are some people who would have consumed that, but they can't consume it because it hasn't been So the economic cost of unemployment are the goods and services that might have been produced and consumed that are lost forever. That's the economic cost of unemployment. Look at them in those in that line. Yeah, what would have been produced but can't be produced because we're not employed. And we're having a formula here. Cost of unemployment equals the potential output minus the actual output. Alright, so the task is for us to go look out for the other psychological and social causes of unemployment. Like I've said, there are several: depression, people killing themselves because they don't have work. And there are others, increase the cases of breaking the law. There are many other social and psychological causes of unemployment. So I want you to go and think and read about those costs. The next time we meet, I'll ask you for those costs. Okay. Then let's talk about unions and collective bargaining. In Uganda and several other countries, there are some unions, yeah, which oversee employees, okay, or labor unions. Those people try to bargain, try to talk on behalf of the workers. And I think you've heard of minimum wages. People going to campaign for minimum wages, whereby they say you can't charge or you can't pay a worker below this amount. I recall in Uganda they are trying to set a minimum wage. Oh yeah, there are debates about the minimum wage, and there is some amount of money they were proposing. Yeah. So next time we meet, I want you to tell me what was the proposed minimum wage in Uganda. Together, countries like the US, I think they have this in place. They have it in place in some sectors, whereby they say for this kind of job you can't be paid, you can't pay a person below. Some countries have these policies in place. So I want to see why should we have a minimum wage? Yeah. Okay. So here, why might an employer voluntarily want to pay above equilibrium wages? Why might higher wages raise work productivity? These are some of the reasons why some employers choose to pay workers above equilibrium wage. Okay. Worker health. Some people are concerned about the health of workers. The truth is, yeah, if you pay a person well, those people will be happy, and healthier. I think you can see me. Yeah. Okay. Because I'm paid well, you can see I'm happy and even healthy. Depends on what for you call healthy. Some of you think being too huge is being healthy. Work turnover, you're talking about workers leaving the jobs. Yeah? When workers are paid well, you know, few will leave work. People will be at the work station, they won't leave. But if you're paying people badly or peanuts, you may find yourself recruiting people each and every month, and it has costs. Some people are wise enough that they choose to pay their workers well. Okay, worker quality. Yeah, work quality. Work quality. If you want quality workers, you have to pay them well. That's very obvious. Good people are expensive. I think you can see Messi. Yeah? Messi. So if you want to get a person like Messi, you need to pay them highly. Okay. The amount of money you pay is not what you should pay Messi. So if you can't afford, then okay, I'll just doing some renumbering there. Okay, then worker effort. The effort a person puts in depends a lot on the amount of money they're paid. Okay? That's why you can find a person teaching on the weekend, late in the night. Someone leaves work at 10 p.m. You know, the normal working time is up to 5, but someone goes up to 10. It means the person is happy. Maybe it's paid well, and they can push on even beyond the time they're meant to work. Yeah. So where in case you go to organization, you see people leaving work at 2. If you do your research, you find that those people have a lot of issues and they are not happy in their jobs. Yeah. So those are some of the reasons why some organizations choose to pay people above the premium wages. Okay. So please, you can go and read more about unemployment and several other things. So we'll talk more about unemployment and inflation. Yeah, when we talk about the Phillips curve, we'll talk more about it after we've introduced inflation, which I'll introduce or which I'll be sending soon. So link inflation to unemployment and the Phillips curve. Right. So please, like I've already said, you watch this video, you can watch it uh, as many times as you wish, and please note down those things you found challenging. So when we meet again, I guess to be on Thursday, keeping other factors constant, yeah, we'll now have a discussion. So this discussion will entail 3 elements. We talk about national income, we talk about unemployment and inflation. In those 2 hours of discussion. So have a blessed